This video will show you how to create an answer key. To start, notice the gray add row at the bottom of the page. You can use this row to rapidly add answers into the answer key by simply typing and hitting enter, or clicking the plus icon. As a tip, if many of your answers have similar characteristics, set up a template, much like we're doing here, and then click the plus icon to add multiple copies of it. You can now input answers one after another by typing each answer and then hitting tab. Now, let's look at the various answer types along with their features. Fill in the blank answers are short, finite answers that are usually between 1 to 3 words and are graded by character matching. Note that case does not matter. To accept student answers with minor spelling mistakes, make sure that the autocorrect toggle is on. Note that SwiftGrade automatically grades fill in the blank answers. Next, our free response answer type can be used with almost any answer. However, it's most commonly used with longer answers such as essays, short answers, entire math solutions, graphs, chemical formulas, and so on. Once on free response, click our size button and then drag to select how much room students have to write their answer in our answer sheets. For example, this size might accommodate an essay, this a math answer, and this a short answer. Free response answers can be graded in 3 ways. You can manually grade them with our quick grading or rubric grading tools, or simply tell our AI how to grade them with our Grade GPT tool. Let's move on to the numeric answer type, which supports fractions, roots, exponents, trigonometry, plus more. Numeric answers must have an actual numeric value. For example, these answers are allowed, but these are not. When grading, SwiftGrade looks for numeric equivalents. For example, these students would be marked correct despite writing their answer in a format that's different to yours. Inputting numeric answers is modeled after Desmos. You can input answers by using our keyboard shortcuts, such as SQRT for square root and PI for pi, or by using our virtual keyboard. We strongly recommend using the shortcuts as they are much faster. If you'd like to set a tolerance range, click this dropdown. Now, all student answers between 98 to 102 will be marked correct. Of course, if the tolerance was set at 0, then only students who wrote an answer exactly equivalent to 100 would be marked correct. If your answer includes units, click the U toggle. You can now give a separate mark for the answer and the units. This is how SwiftGrade would grade various student answers with units. Note that when grading units, SwiftGrade character matches student units against yours. If your answer takes into account significant figures, select the SF toggle. Notice that as you type, the number of significant figures will automatically change. Here's how SwiftGrade would grade various student answers with significant figures. Feel free to pause the video if needed. Let's now move on to math answers, which covers most math expressions and formulas such as these. Depending on your answer, SwiftGrade will grade math answers either by equivalence or character matching. For equivalence, all student answers that are mathematically equivalent to your answer will be marked correct. Here's an example of student answers being marked using equivalence. Feel free to pause the video if needed. If answers can't be graded using equivalence, but instead only character matching, then there will be a warning icon in the answer field. Now, only if the student writes their answer in the exact same format as yours will they be marked correct. Here's an example of students being graded by character matching. Once again, feel free to pause the video if needed. We suggest that as much as possible, try to input answers that can be graded using equivalence. When inputting math answers, just like our numeric answers, you can use either our keyboard shortcuts or the virtual keyboard. You can also add units as well. For most answer types, click the boxed plus icon to add multiple accepted answers. If you'd like to have students show how they arrived at their final answer, click the P for process icon. Once selected, click the size button and drag to select how much room students have to write their process on our answer sheets. When grading answers with process, teachers will usually use our filters tool to show only students who got the final answer incorrect and then give part marks based on their process. To input custom numbers like this, simply click into a number and change it. As a tip, first add all your answers and then hit Tab after inputting each number. The numbers you input here will then be shown on both our paper and online answer sheets. Once you're done entering your answers, input the name of your assessment in the top left and then click Create. You will then be asked if this assessment will be administered on paper or online. If paper, you will need to print paper answer sheets and give them to your students. If online, you will need to release our online answer sheets to students. Note that students must be enrolled in your class to access online answer sheets. As a final point, note that our iOS and Android app only allows you to create purely multiple choice answer keys. To add other answer types such as numeric or fill in the blank, you must use our website like we've just shown in this video. Once you're done creating your answer key, you can also share this assessment with other teachers. To do so, head to any assessment, click Options, and then Share. To simply share, leave Collect Statistics blank and then copy the link. You can now share this link along with your test file with other teachers. Thanks so much for watching, and if you have any further questions, please visit our help section or drop us an email.